Good morning. It's a new day today, Wednesday, the 17th day of September 2025. Welcome to Signature Morning on Signature TV. Lillian, how are you today?
I'm very well, Uche. Good morning.
Good morning to you. You look lovely. I love your outfit.
Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I hope you're ready for the day and for our conversations of the day.
Of course.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I am Uchenna Chimdi Oluoha.
And I am Lillian Wali. Do stay with us. We'll go on a short break. When we return, newspaper headlines and reviews follows. Welcome back. Now let's get started with our newspaper headlines. On the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, how Buhari's government destroyed economy, says Dogara. Says ex-president's administration sprinting, injection of 22.7 trillion naira destroyed naira value.
Okpebholo unveils transformative education reforms in Edo on page 16. And on page 27, we have Customs consults Finance Ministry on alternatives following suspension of 4% import levy.
And on page 26, upsurge in Lassa fever cases as deaths hit 162 in August, says NCDC. And UBA Foundation flags off 2025 National Essay Competition.
CPPE urges policy mix to sustain inflation decline, boost growth. And we have NIPOST intercepts cannabis concealed in Lagos consignment from Thailand.
And petrol from Dangote refinery arrives USA for the first time. Report says, and on health matters, cannabis use may quadruple risk of developing diabetes.
On the Punch newspaper, we have FG unveils agric reforms, moves to create 21 million jobs. Fresh incentives will boost food production, free Nigerians from seasonal dependency. Shetima. AFA and others endorse measures, seek timely intervention. Women farmers task FG on loans, others on page 2.
And on page 20 of the Punch newspaper, Tinubu returns to Abuja after cutting short Paris leave. Neymar pushes for tariff hike, airlines kick.
Army arrests notorious IPOB commander in Imo. And we have oil reforms drive $18.2 billion deal, says FG on page 21.
And how Nigeria can attain global power, Sanwo-Olu says on page 7. Don't derail Awujale selection, council warns ruling houses.
4 hospitalized as fire guts 2 Lagos buildings. And FG predicts fresh flooding in Lagos, 13 others.
And on the Vanguard newspaper, Rivers hopes mixed views as emergency ends tomorrow. Ibas asks residents to nurture peace already built. Elders sue for unity. Fubara returning as a conquered man, says CUPP. Governance may suffer, says Okore, Apgas founding chairman. PDP warns Fubara against defection, demands probe of interim rule. Tinubu returns from vacation.
We have private depots deserted as Dangote refinery begins direct fuel supplies. And also, experts disagree as presidency says inflation will drop to single digits on page 20.
And on page 9, bandit commander Ado Aliero kills traditional ruler in Tafe Zamfara. An NIN SIM linkage reduces fraud, boosts national security, says Tinubu.
FG drags Sowore Facebook X to court over criminal post against Tinubu. Lagos key to attaining Nigeria's global influence, says Sanwo-Olu.
And on food security, FG unveils new agric investment incentives. Nigerian profs earn gardeners 3-hour pay. XOAUVC, Abimbola says.
All right, and that's the much we can take on our newspaper headlines this morning. And it's time for our review with Chris Maduka in the studio this morning. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Uche. Good morning, Lillian.
Good morning, Chris.
Yes. Whenever I see two of you, I need to adjust my
Why?
It's like two of you have the habit of getting more beautiful every day.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to another day of Signature Newspaper Headline Review.
Yes.
Let's shoot the shoot with Tribune.
Yes.
How Buhari's government
Yes.
Destroy the economy.
Dogara. You will ask, what's the need of medicine after death? If Buhari, and it's confirmed that he destroyed the economy, he has destroyed it. Buhari worked in his administration with the majority of people who are still in this administration. What have they done different? During Buhari's era, Naira was not changing at 1,700 $1. I'm not talking about euro and the other currencies of the world. I'm using USA dollar. Because the conclusion is that we even come to Nigeria, we forget our colonial masters with their pound sterling. So, US. Now, some of the people who are Buhari's advisors are still around the corridors of power in Nigeria currently. And why wait 8 years of Buhari? And the old man tried his own, died. Instead of allowing his spirit to rest, he will now come and tell us what point does Dogara want to achieve with this? What we are looking at is not problems. Who caused it? We Nigerians are saying, solve the problem right now. And since the end of the era of Buhari, which culminated to his death, may his soul rest in peace, nothing has changed drastically in the Nigerian economy when it comes to our monetary policies. Okay, if Buhari used the Idi Amin style, I keep saying, Idi Amin, during the days of Idi Amin, in the film that they produced about Idi Amin, he walked into the bank and told his central bank manager of that time in the film, he said, print more money. No, he said he wanted money, and one thing he wanted the governor of the central bank to do. And the governor said, sir, His Excellency, this is not possible. You don't have money, it's like toilet roll, toilet paper. The exchange rate is, he was trying to explain. He said, in fact, it was when the president said print more money. He said, he said, print more money. So if Buhari had used Idi Amin that approach to improving the economy, if that's what he knows best, he had people. We have professors of economics. We have professors of, in all Nigerian universities. That Nigerian university overwhelmed Nigeria and the state say, hey, we have too much universities. That means we are too educated in Nigeria to have more universities. And we don't need them again. Their wisdom and intelligence as is bearing on Nigeria policies is too much. So we said, let's have a break. They were all there. Nigerians should feel ashamed. What stopped Dogara then from saying this? Sir, do not print and inject 2.7 trillion naira. 22.7 trillion naira. This is the first time we are hearing it. All the politicians who came back from Buhari's era have not said this. Most of them are still in the Senate. They moved from 9th Senate to 10th Senate. They've not told Nigeria this. Some of them are in Economic Committee and Budget Committee of Nigerian Senate and the Federal House of Reps. They've not said this. And we Nigerians are suffering. And evidently they know the source of our suffering and they kept quiet. And the worst thing they do is to keep increasing the money they get for their pocket. They don't care about anybody. If they get so much, they increase our salary or what we pay. There's another issue. I told you guys, nobody is talking about it. RMAC, whatever they call it, is somewhere perfecting the increase in the salary of political office holder. One Nigerian is talking, they just said it and they sent us on wild goose chase and they go back in their comfort zone and perfecting that. With people already earning 29 million every day, every month. What does inflation mean for them? As far as you're concerned, the more money you inject in the society, they're increasing their salary so that they're able to meet up their status. If Nigeria had done this, it was the most shameful thing we have ever had. Well, for whatever Dogara said, and he summoned the courage to say it because no politician has ever told us this. So it's still isn't in on Apampi. Nigeria, in their decision to kill themselves, they're just rolling around their own mess. God bless Nigeria.
So there's a follow-up on that, on the Dangote issue. Petrol from Dangote refinery arrives USA for the first time, says report.
Yes. The man started producing fuel in Nigeria, and one time on this desk, we sat down here, he said he had surplus production. And the cost of keeping surplus production, because of the sabotage he claimed yesterday in Nigerian newspaper headlines, made people not to be coming to lift the fuel. And the man told them then, I will begin to explore selling my fuel to other countries that need it. In Igbo land, we say, Mwajunni, Ibeyele. If a child refuses food, the siblings and the brothers and sisters will chop. So if Nigerians actually has increased their fuel price to so much that 28% dropped in consumption, and the man is having glut, he produces, nobody buys. It's good luck for him. So selling abroad is bringing us back foreign currency, because I'm sure he's not selling in naira, he's selling in dollars. So whichever way you look at it, let my dog and the dog of my neighbor fight. Let my own bite my neighbor's dog to death. Let me pay. So Dangote is ours. All the results we score, both internally and externally, we take the credit. We only say, let the Nigerian corrupt mafias in oil and gas leave Dangote to breathe. Let them leave Nigeria and Dangote to us as the consumers. When he comes to mess us with us, we will allow him produce his fuel or refine and drink, or sell to UAE and other countries that need it. Consumption of fuel or use of fuel is not by force. In fact, Nigeria is moving to the point where everything will be by card. If you don't have anything in your card, you go to sleep. If you have card, you charge your power. If you have card, the money you buy fuel at every cost, whatever. And that's what the Nigerian politicians are telling. They just don't want the people like us. They want Abuja is a standard of measuring as achievement in Nigeria. Once you can kill all your neighbors, win election, get to Abuja, perfect and consolidate. Buy everything you can buy. Move your neighbor to his men. Visit your village once in one year or during the elections. You come back and promise them, I will water you and fire you.
All right.
And that's it. So it makes sense.
Yes.
And so Dangote, good luck. That is, he's now showing them that if you're a giant, you're on the ground, keep you on the ground, they couldn't slap you. It's not when Dangote gets up and starts selling fuel, they are complaining. So they better go and buy. And now even him supplies. In one of the headlines today, he's now doing direct supplies to the, because waiting for the tank, they still want to hold him to the boss. So the man has bought his trailers and tankers and all to distribute his fuel by himself. So if he brings it to you, if you don't want to use it, pour it, use it to cook egusi, or pour it in the ocean. But he will be supplying and making his money. If you want, as a country, go and repair your refinery, compete with Dangote, instead of going to stoop on another man's shit. It's an error, it's wickedness, and it's jealous, and it makes mess of when it comes to democracy we're talking about.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, I've seen on the Punch newspaper that Tinubu has returned to Abuja after cutting short his Paris leave.
You know, when we were growing up, your father or your mother goes to market, and you'll be hanging on the door. When you see your father or your mother come, it's like, And we saw when the man was going, we saw all the governors that left their states just to go and wave him. We didn't see them waving welcome or having handshake or welcome. So we are, on behalf of those governors that want to wave, bye-bye, Mr. President, we are now saying welcome, Mr. President, on their behalf. Because, you know, the issue of when our first lady went to nursing school in Edo and Delta, I don't know where that one, sometime in the past, and they were saying, our mama, some people were saying, our mama, maybe our mama. But whichever way you look at it, Buhari is Tinubu, the president, Jagaban, is the papa of Nigeria, as it is, until further notice. You see that? Because a papa can be treating, he has a large family. There are some ones that are happy with his policies, some are not. So it doesn't remove the fact that he's the papa. So whether you like what he's doing or not, he remains the papa of Nigeria for now. So we say, Papa, we're happy that our president had to cut his trip abroad so short. Our president, dear president, he loves this country. And the man wants to take 10 days leave. He wants to shuttle from London to France, and Nigerians, his children are worried and say, we need you, we miss you so much. And the president cut his trip short. Do you have anything against that?
Why
we are happy. No, I'm reading newspaper headline, Nigeria, our president is back. We are happy, we are in the mood to work with him so that things will begin to move fast. We have so much issue in Nigeria, and then the president travels. Everything remains yama, like they say. Now the man is back. There will be rapid actions and policies, and then flooding in Nigeria will be taken. That's the police, agricultural, security issues. He will give orders, and things will begin. Are you not excited like I am? Welcome, our dear president.
Yes.
Welcome back home, and then welcome back to your desk, which is hot. They say, uneasy lies the head that wears a crown. I don't jealous. The only thing you can do for me is to make sure I am able to buy and agbado and then you can continue your rule. I mean, and I will even wait for you next time. If agbado and our price drops as he has returned now,
it might
by
drop.
50%, I assure him of mine.
Okay, so moving forward, FG unveils agric reforms, moves to create 21 million jobs. Fresh incentives will boost food production.
Well, these are all political talks. What you do, you first get the land. Before you struggle and get the land, before you start struggling for mat, because you may go and fight and collect mat, you come back and find out there's no land where you spread the mat. What we expect the Ministry of Agriculture is to go into development of acquire arable lands, begin to set up agricultural, farm settlement centers, so that even I've said on this desk that we are not using the power of the young people we have. You know the number of Nigerian youth corpers that are Nigerian youth that are out there to serve Nigeria voluntary service in 1 year. The millions of them that are just rolling because of insecurity. Some of them can't go to northeast, northwest, so they are rolling. That the university are still turning out. If government has set up these farm settlement centers, we have millions of graduates of agriculture that go in there working with the artisans, and Nigeria will be, if not anything, will have an alternative to our economy that will be. So this one they are talking, every day they tell you, is like those things they were telling us, that, if I get any of them that was telling us house for all in 2030, breathe air for free for all in 110, I will give the person a big slap, because in all my years in Nigeria, none of them had worked. Food for all in they will take house for all, education for all. Then they are political nonsense, and you cannot, you cannot go to patronize what they call it, the commercial sex workers and deceive her every day. You say, hey, after the business, you say, I don't have money today. I'm your customer. I'll come back tomorrow. I'll pay you. It's not every day we do that. So most Nigerian politicians who come up with this political talk should go and rest. If you want to kill if you don't tell us you do. Let us see. concrete evidences that you are making moves to do this so that we see, hey, the federal government, Ministry of Agriculture, or the allied are doing something, let us do. You don't come and give us a plan, we strategize, we do this. All those English they use to chop, because they will get together, even the meetings is last budget. So we stay while we are planning for talk. That's what one of my friends said. Nigerians are good at staying one place, speaking Oyibo until things spoil. Things are beginning to spoil. You see them, they gather. They say federal government malls, federal government set committee meets, and they have a stalemate. They couldn't agree on anything. They meet again, and they see those meetings. Money is going. They will meet. So some of the corrupt Nigerian civil servants will want to continue meeting where they go and eat free food and free accommodation. Nothing. They will need to take a decision that if me and you sit down and say, this is what we do. When we begin to tell you, nothing will change. But they will say we talk and nothing at the end of it, nothing happens. So when the money you would have used to execute a project, they use it in meetings and plannings that were useless. My father told me, if you want to take decisions, you cannot call the whole Nigerians that somebody must take the lead. If few people take decisions, start. If you make mistake, we amend it. Nothing is cast on marble. But then we want to have a perfection on paper. Yes. Before they finish it, the tenure of the government that will take that decision has finished and they will dump it. That's how nothing continues in Nigeria.
All right, let's look at this headline on the Vanguard newspaper. Rivers, hopes and mixed views as emergency ends tomorrow.
Yeah, it's hoping just the same Papa Anatoyo of the president. The Rivers people are all hope. Some people say, we better bring the bread from me because we like it. Even his suspension, half of it is spent abroad. Will you bring the bread from London? Some people who are that cold, they run around, welcome when you were away, and saying this. And they will start, mixed feelings. Some people say, hey, is he coming back? I'm sorry to say, but I saw one person in Nigeria can be sarcastic. He said, our president, our governor is now like a phone, telephone, the GSM SIM card. He's also going, he said, is this now like a phone? We are returning the phone without the SIM. so it's like Fubara is coming back without the SIM. That makes a lot of meaning in my head. I was trying to, what does that mean? Some people say he fought and lost a war, whatever it is. The last duty of a man, according to Isdo Beho, in his wonderful book I read in higher school, he says to fight. It's not to fight and die. That's not the last duty of a man. The last duty of a man is to fight and live to tell the story of the fight. So Fubara has performed like the last duty to come back and tell the story. If that fight has consumed Fubara, nobody will be there to tell the story. For him to have even fought at all and then go to come back to tell the story of the war, he means he's a hero. I don't know how other people see it. Because it's easy for Nigerians to go, when we are small, you see somebody, when we are in the primary school, when all this fight, people will set you up to fight somebody they know will beat you. You'll be looking at your friends, they will just go and fight. When you go and engage in the fight, and they are feeding you with sand and rolling you on the mud with your white uniform in the school, they will be clapping our hands. So you'll be looking at, even when you are suffering on the ground, your friends are jeering you and cheering the person who is beating you up. So that's what Nigerians are. So some of them are expecting Fubara to have gone into the fight to go and begin to say, I will kill you, I will fire you. And the man, Dimiano, has been one of the most greatest things I've never seen. In the whole of the heat of the fight, we never had him being reckless with talks. At each time you see him, either in picture, in video, he's calm.
Calculated.
And then, it would be the most stupid thing for anybody to go and take an advantage of a man who doesn't talk. When things fall apart, in Omofia village, the Yoruba people came in the colonial masters and they went to kill the elders, which Okonkwo was part of it. He said, what did the man say? He said he didn't say anything. Meanwhile, the man was saying something just that they couldn't understand. He was speaking in their language and the Omofia people in there could not understand. So he said, never kill a man who doesn't say anything. It's most dangerous because you don't know what will come out of it. If you catch, you know, the kite went to pick the roast of a chicken. The fowl cried, bah, 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 bah. When they came back, the kite asked the mother kite asked the kite, what did the mother of this? He said, there was so much noise. That's a feast for you. Just go and chop. They went and pick a duck. What they call duck? A chicken of a duck, a baby of a duck. Is it duckling? They picked a duckling. They came back. They said the duckling didn't say anything. He said, better return that. It's dangerous. So in Fubara's the whole issue, I'm seeing it totally different. Welcome, Governor Sim Fubara.
Yeah.
Whether you have seen a phone without seeing, or whether the fact remains that you have returned back to the government house of River State to take up your mandate, which the people of River State gave you, and the things and the hope, you know, time will tell.
All right.
Time will tell.
Yes. Sorry, Chris, we are out of time.
Are you?
Yes, we are. I know.
Okay, if that is the case, we have to end.
Yes,
we have to
we
end.
do.
So thank you for having been with us. Thank you, the beautiful ladies. Thank you for all the people of the world who has watched and listened. Remember, we wish you God's blessing. Well, there's a clause that was that. Remember that God's blessing is for those who deserve
to be
To
blessed.
be blessed.
So,
Thank
have a
you so
wonderful day.
much. Thank you so much, Chris Maduka. And good morning to you once again. You're still watching Signature Morning on Signature TV. Do stay with us. Our conversation continues.